Good morning, everyone. It's me, Leigh, with Victorian Dreams by Leigh. And so today I'm going to do a tutorial, but I'm going to show you what I'm making first. And you only need scissors, glue, and one piece of paper. I did use 2 pieces of paper to embellish one, but you only need 1 piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. So yeah, they are envelopes for your Christmas lists. But they're for junk journals, for holding ephemera. You could, doesn't have to be Christmas. It could be just your list of addresses. You could, it's just an envelope that is pretty. So let me show you. So I have 3 of them here, and this is Shabby Art Boutique's images that I bought. This is the Craft Room, the Christmas series that we got in October. And on this one you can see that I fussy cutted the houses and trees, and it's 3-dimensional. And then I put the word gifts because when I give this out, I want them to know that I want them to make a list of what they've bought and what they still need to buy and for who. So here it is, and I also put in each one just the little cards that came with it so that they can write notes. So they really can make a list, and then a couple of the cards to make notes or whatever. So this could be ephemera, this could be whatever, but I'm hoping, well, the people I know I give it to, they don't do junk journals, but you could use this as a junk journal. You could use this. I was going to put a plastic button on this, that I have that machine to do that, but I thought, paper, it's going to end up tearing, so I just left it like this. You could put a ribbon around it, and I might still put ribbon around it. This one I did put raised on it, but these 2 I didn't. 2 reasons. It's too pretty to cover up. I'm really funny about covering up really pretty stuff. And another reason is when I stick this in the purse, this is going to snag a lot and this is going to tear. So you have to be more gentle with this. But this one sticking in the purse, and it's pretty wide. It's like 4.5. I made some other ones before, but they weren't as wide. Yeah, this is 4.5 by 7.5. So this holds quite a bit. And of course, in each of these, I gave them the little holders and stuff, and little note cards, so that they can use them. I think this is a great idea. I'm ready to give one to my daughter-in-law. I'm going to make a couple of more so that they can actually, all their Christmas receipts are in here, and everything. So let's make one. So what we're going to do is, I have just this printed. This is Yolanda's free images. I gave that link a couple of weeks ago, so you'll see that. And so I already wrote down what you need to do. On this side and this side, score it. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so I already wrote what you need to do, and if you want to screenshot it, if you can. So a 1/2 inch all the way down, score. A 1/2 inch on the other side all the way down. Go up, well, when you turn it this way, 3.5 and an 8. So let's do that. And while I'm walking through it, I think it'll be easier instead of you just reading on the paper. But because I wanted a bigger gusset, I changed how you glue it together, and just so that you have a bigger gusset. So, and I saved ink and only printed on the one side. So a 1/2 inch would be 8 here, and a 1/2 inch would be a 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, then you rotate it. Let's see which way would be better. Okay, so you rotate it, and what did I say? I said 3.5. because I want this part, this is going to flip under, but I want this part, the envelope part, to be big. And 8. And we are done scoring. We're done with this, and it goes pretty fast. You know, it goes pretty fast because I use a glue gun on most of my paper projects. I am folding these up, and then I'm going to fold this, and I'm going to line it up and make sure, and then I'm going to fold this, make sure I'm in frame, and line it up and make sure, because even when you score, sometimes it can get wonky. So let's make sure it's creased real well. Let's go all the way. Okay, so how I cut it differently is I cut out the top. So I cut out this first square on both sides, but I also cut a little longer here. So let me just do it and walk you through it. So let's just cut out the first, which would be where you did the 8, and it's the smaller. So let me give you the measurements. This would be 3.5. Then this would be 4.5 wide, and this is at the 8, and the 8 lip is 3. So you have a good lip coming down. Okay, so we're going to cut this. Okay, there's that one. And I don't cut very good straight lines, so try your best. Okay, so you cut those 2 pieces out, and then you're going to fold this in, okay, and then unfold. And you see where that score line is? There's a score line right there. I'm going to cut at an angle, A, and I'm going to cut that out like that on both sides, and you'll understand, because I want a bigger gusset. If you don't want a bigger gusset, then you need to just cut this and this on both sides and only leave this last one at the bottom. Okay, so now see how we still have a little bit of extra where it's folded here? We have a little bit of extra. I just take my pen and I mark and I mark. Then I know to go over and cut that 1/2 inch down, and I'm going to get my and I cut it here, and I cut a 1/2 inch down. Okay, and the reason is you don't want the extra paper to be right here and be shown. Okay, so then you glue them together. But I like to take this, you don't have to, but I like to take it and it doesn't snag on the papers that you put in. So I'm going to just give those a little bit of an angle so that it doesn't snag. Okay? Okay, so we're done. We're ready to glue. Say, what if, now that I did that, and see, it's ready. So let's, before we go any further, let's measure. Whoa, I hit my lamp. I'm trying to hurry, but you can put me on 2-speed. So this is 7.5. So we want to find the middle, which is about 3 7/8, 3 3/4. And I'm going to cut a round little notch so that you can get in it easier. So there we go. So it's going to look like that. I also like to round my corners before I glue. I didn't even use ink on this. I didn't put the time into it. You don't have to. But, okay, so now that we're going to glue it, we're done. All I have to do is glue it. What if this is longer than this or something, you know, and you don't want the glue to get on this paper? So all I do is take my glue gun and I glue and I stop eighth, whoa, my finger went in that, an eighth of an inch before I get to the top. And then right here, it is almost exact, so I'm not worried, but I'm going to just glue and stop right before I get to the top. That way it does not. And then right away, I go in and I make sure that I didn't glue anywhere. But it gives you a double gusset because there's two of them glued together. So we're done. That was finished. And so there it is. How quick and easy, and a beautiful envelope to make. I did have this one that I made a YouTube video about just sharing projects. This one is a 1/2 inch smaller, so you can always make it smaller, but see how this is right at that, and you have to get in it, it's a little harder. And then this one, to me, seems a little easier to get into. But, so if you need something to hold your receipts and your Christmas list and everything, there it is. If you need help, just let me know and I will walk you through it and talk to you on the comments. Please subscribe, like, and push the bell because you never know when I'm going to make a video. Except for, actually, I do make videos and I put them out every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. So I get up and I come in here early in the morning or do it late at night. And then I schedule it for 9 a.m. the next day. So yeah, there is my video. All my links are down below. Have a blessed day. I hope you like this tutorial.